Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you like this video, please like and subscribe.
The Crystal Awakening. In the heart of the city, 17-year-old Yoko lived a life of quiet independence. Between her high school classes and her shifts at a neon-lit diner, there was little time for dreams. She lived alone in a small apartment, the hum of the refrigerator her only company. Each night, she wiped down the same sticky counters, her reflection in the window showing a girl with tired eyes and ink-black hair, wondering if there was more to life than the smell of coffee and old grease. The clock struck midnight as Yoko locked the diner doors. The streets were unusually silent, draped in a thick silver mist. As she turned the corner toward her home, a shadow detached itself from a darkened doorway. It was an old woman named Musubi, her back bent like a willow branch. "Please, child," Musubi rasped, her voice sounding like dry leaves skittering on pavement. "I have dropped something precious in the alley. My eyes are too dim to find it. Won't you help a weary soul?" Yoko followed Musubi into the depths of the alley, where the city's sounds faded into an eerie silence. Suddenly, the old woman moved with a speed that defied her age. Before Yoko could cry out, shimmering, ethereal ropes spun out from Musubi's fingertips, lashing Yoko to a rusted iron gate. The ropes pulsed with a faint, rhythmic violet light, tightening whenever Yoko tried to struggle. "Do not fight the thread of fate, Yoko," Musubi whispered, her eyes now glowing with an inner fire. Musubi stepped back and began to chant in a language that sounded like a choir of crashing waves and mountain echoes. She raised her gnarled hands high, and the air around her began to ripple and tear. Ancient glowing symbols manifested in the air, circling Musubi like protective spirits. The ground beneath them vibrated, and the very shadows of the alley seemed to dance to the rhythm of her mysterious incantation. A sudden, biting chill surged through Yoko's veins. It wasn't the cold of winter, but the frozen stillness of a deep glacier. She felt a strange pulling sensation at the crown of her head. Starting from the roots, her raven black hair began to drain of color, replaced by a brilliant shimmering crystal blue that seemed to hold its own light. Her heart hammered against her ribs, but she found she could no longer pull away from the transformation. The ritual reached its crescendo, and a final burst of light blinded the alley. When Yoko opened her eyes, the world looked different, sharper, colder, and filled with colors she couldn't name. Her hair was now a flowing river of crystal blue, and her irises matched the shade of a frozen sea. Her lips, once pale from exhaustion, were now stained a deep, startling blood red. She felt a power humming beneath her skin that she had never known before. Musubi leaned forward, her face inches from Yoko's. The old woman's voice was no longer raspy, but held the weight of centuries. "You are reborn, daughter of the Frost Star," she declared. "The life of the waitress is a shed skin. You have duties to fulfill, realms to protect, and a throne that has sat cold for too long. Seek the center of the light, and do not forget who you were, for it is the anchor to who you must become." As the final words left Musubi's lips, the old woman began to fade, turning into a cloud of glowing dandelion seeds that drifted upward and vanished into the night sky. The adrenaline that had kept Yoko standing suddenly evaporated. A wave of overwhelming exhaustion washed over her, heavier than any double shift she had ever worked. Her knees buckled, and as the cold pavement rushed up to meet her, the world turned as black as her hair used to be. Yoko stirred to the sound of soft, melodic chimes and the scent of blooming jasmine. She wasn't lying on cold pavement, but on a bed of silk, as soft as a cloud. She opened her eyes to see a ceiling of vaulted ivory, decorated with intricate carvings of constellations. The walls were a serene palette of light blue and white, draped with translucent silver banners that swayed in a breeze she couldn't feel. Sliding out of the bed, Yoko walked toward a massive arched window. Outside, she saw no neon signs or city streets. Instead, a sprawling palace of glass and stone floated amidst a sea of clouds, illuminated by 2 moons. She caught her reflection in a tall silver mirror. She looked like a legend come to life. "Where am I?" she whispered, her voice echoing in the vast, silent room. And what did she mean by duties?